Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two blended Scotch whiskies. This one was introduced in 1910. It is called Ballantine's Finest. There's Ballantine's crest with the Scottish flag, two Scottish flags, a griffin holding a sword, and other assorted devices. Very interesting. Very interesting thing there. I don't want to go into a whole description of it, but this company was started in 1827, blended and bottled in Scotland by George Ballantine and Son. Now this handle bottle, I think it was like $23, but I could double check. 40% alcohol, no age statement. And this is a Chivas Brothers brand. It's actually owned by Chivas. There is no Ballantine's company anymore. Like as usual, they got bought out, just like this one, Johnnie Walker, bought out by Diageo, formerly known as Guinness, who still makes Guinness beer. But anyway, Diageo makes Double Black, no age statement, introduced in 2010. So 100 years apart, 1910, 2010. And this is produced under a royal warrant as one of the official liquors of the royal family of England, Northern Ireland, Papua New Guinea, Tristan da Cunha Island, the Falkland Islands, Belize, the Bahamas, etc. Okay, so we'll pour the Ballantines with the easy pourer, built-in pourer, so you gotta watch because it'll flow out like craziness. Like craziness. What you gonna do about crazy? Okay, now put this over here. Nice bottle, beautiful bottle, brown. I'm gonna check Total Wine and More because they typically, not always, but typically have the lowest price around here. Pour some of this DB Double Black. I have enough of the Double Black to finish the Taste Challenge series. It doesn't matter though, because you're never going to confuse Double Black with any other Scotch whiskeys I've got. It's too smoky, and the uniqueness of it is not really letting these become. It's not letting these be taste challenges. They're not taste challenges. They're taste exercises, but there's no challenge involved, okay? Because it's impossible to get them wrong. Now, you could say, well, I prefer this over that for various reasons, but it's still not a challenge. You're not going to get confused. Okay, so let's see. Double Black. Johnnie Walker Double Black. Oh, it's a little cheaper than I was expecting. It's $41.99 over there at Total Wine and More. Well, okay, $41.99. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay, nice, cheaper than I paid. Cheaper per ounce. Okay, Ballantines Finest. They only sell the handles at Total Wine. Can't get the regular size bottle. $27.99. But I think it was 23 when I bought it. You know, with the JB inflation that we've got, want to give the caught myself there. Want to give Biden the credit where it's due. Okay. Gold. Almost like yellow. And this one is amber, dark gold to amber. So I do have to close my eyes because if I glance add it. It would be obvious which one is which. And I want it to be a taste challenge, even though I already said it isn't going to be a challenge. But I don't want it to be a visual. I don't want any visual cues. Beautiful weather out there, no clouds. Humidity's relatively low, although it's rising. And the morning's been cool, around 70. You say 70? That's not cool. That's the high where I live. In May, well, it could be so. Cereal grain, such as cornflakes, type of situation, and a bread dough. So the cornflake aroma would be coming from the grain whiskey, and the bread dough would be coming from the single malt. That smells like Ballantines. Now, they say they haven't changed the recipe since 1910. Same product since 1910 when they came out with it. But what I think they mean is they haven't changed the ingredients. The recipe, which would be the formula, has slightly changed because it used to be 86.6 proof, and now it is 80 proof. And you can prove that to yourself by looking up on like an image search on a search engine, Ballantines Scotch advertisement, and then look at the images, and they show old advertisements from the 1930s and 40s, and very clearly it was 86.6 proof. And then the 12-year age, I think, was the same. I don't think either one was 90 proof. Same aroma here, really. Maybe there's smoke, but that's questionable. So in the nose, it's the differences are really negligible. Okay, so I said $41.99 for double black right now at Total Wine. So $27.99 divided by $17.50 times $7.50, $12. Okay, so is the $41.99 going to be justified over the $12? We're about to find out. Oh, there's the smoke. Okay. Cheers. Yeah, all right. So double black, briny, smoky, almost iodine, strong Isla single malt character. Is it a higher percentage of single malt than typical? Is it like a 40% single malt as opposed to the usual 20%? I really don't know. Could having just 20% single malt in here and 80% of it being grain whiskey, which is usually more or less odorless and colorless and flavorless. It's not a neutral spirit, though, because they add it to oak, use oak barrels and age it for 3 years, so then it would become whiskey. But it's possible, yes. If you had a really profoundly strong Isla single malt, it could give it that, because this thing is a smoke attack, a smoke bomb. It's smokeadelic. I mean, it's incredible. Now, the Ballantines Finest, and I'll call it now. I mean, I'm going to look at the tag, but there's no need to. But yeah, the main one there is the Johnnie Walker Double Black. Now, the Ballantines Finest has a lot of great qualities. My friend David doesn't like it. That's fine. We don't have to agree on everything. You know, a lot of times we don't agree on many things. But the Ballantine is very honey, but it's like honey white bread dough. Honey, like white bread dough with honey or maybe sugar, cane sugar. So it's very pleasant and mild. Now they'll tell you right there up front on the website, first thing they're going to direct your mind and your eyes towards is it's a mixer. Let's look at the cocktails. This is when you get on the website, ballantines.com. I got the link below. Let's look at the cocktails. And then they bring you into all the different, some ideas for making mixed drinks. So the emphasis is certainly not on drinking it neat at room temperature, but I am doing that, and it does have a lot of very pleasant characteristics. Mild cereal grain, lots of bread dough, and marshmallow, like a marshmallow, more vanilla than honey marshmallow. And I noticed that from those old glass bottles, the little 100 milliliter bottles that Amy gave me from next door, and she had them from she got them at an estate sale, and they were from like the 1970s. You know, they had the old paper thing, the tax thing on them. But they were the same, 80 proof. So you could tell they didn't change the recipe since then. But I know at one time it was 86.6, but I don't know when they changed it, maybe in the 1960s or 70s. Some of these products didn't drop ABV until in the 80s. Jack Daniels was 90 proof until 1987, and it was 80 proof. I'm sorry, 86 proof until 2006. Less than 20 years ago, it was still 86 proof Jack Daniels, but they quietly dropped it to 80, and I don't know the reason, but they did. Oh, there's BC's Beer Reviews. Oh, BC's Beer Reviews. Good morning to you, BC. He says, good morning, Ron. Thanks for watching, and we're doing Stout Sunday this morning at 10:30 Eastern Time, 10:30 Detroit time, 9:30 Louisiana time. And I got a stout ready to go. It's from Maine. I've never had it. I never ever saw it. There's only one video review for it, and I'm looking forward to it. I've been to Maine more than once, a number of times, but never had that stout. Okay. Great product. Now, question of the hour. Which one's better? Ballantine's Finest or Johnnie Walker Black Label? I would have to vote for Ballantine's Finest in this case. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, wait a minute. You said you preferred smokier whiskeys. Yes, I do. But when I'm talking $12 versus $42 for the same size bottle, I'm going to save the $30 and get the $12 bottle of Ballantine's, and I'm going to enjoy it quite a bit. It's a wonderful product. You think every cheap whiskey's bad? Wrong. In fact, there are hardly any bad cheap whiskeys. There are some like the club whiskey, Bellows, couldn't think of the name. Bellows Club Whiskey. Yikes, that's pretty hard to take. But then sometimes I'm sipping and I'm thinking, well, it does have these and those qualities and all, but it's just too, which is probably why they don't make it anymore, because too many people hated it. Okay, they still make Bellows, the regular Bellows, a lot nicer. But it's a rarity, really. Finding a dog is a rarity. When these bad whiskeys is a rarity. Do you find bad beers? Oh yeah. Not really too much, but they're there. They're out there. But it's much more likely that you're gonna, if you just grab beers randomly in a store, you're gonna get good ones than getting bad ones. Okay. We had a kind of depressing experience yesterday. We did a whole mess of craft beers, and they were so disappointing. And I was telling my friend David, I said, it's like every time I drink it, it gets worse. You know, it's like these, because Wayne sent me multiple cans, and I'm like, it just doesn't get better. It just get worse, and it just gets dreary and depressing. And I could see a decline in the craft beer world over the years. I don't think it's quality that they can't make good beer. It's the styling the styles they run behind is poor. It's like 5 o'clock vodka. It's just horrible. Oh, 5 o'clock vodka. I never had it. We get Taka, and that's very popular in Louisiana. I saw somebody buying multiple handles of Taka yesterday at a very famous liquor store called Star on Louisiana Highway 49, southbound. Star in Kenner, Louisiana. I was in there. I bought a bottle of King Cobra malt liquor, premium malt liquor. And then they had 3 stations in there, 3 different stations where they were doing tastings. So we have some liquor stores. I say that in quotes because they're really convenience stores and gas stations. Okay. You can go to the store and buy food, and I mean cooked food, and you can buy snacks like a candy bar or a chocolate bar or chocolate milk or Coca-Cola. But they have a huge liquor selection. So it's a liquor store pretending to be a gas station and a convenience store, honestly. And it's just like many of the other places here. There's only a few true liquor stores that are, so that's a rarity because our laws allow gas stations and convenience stores to sell liquor. All right, well, I'm getting off of this. And here we're going to end this, and we're going to be back for Stout Sunday in about 3 hours. 3.5 hours, sorry. 3 hours, 40 minutes. 3 hours and 40 minutes or so. But start checking around 9:30. You should see us 10:30 Eastern. The smokiness, very nice, very nice, very nice. But I think in this case, even considering the smokiness, my personal preference, and all of those things, I just think the Ballantines are a little nicer product. Now, am I saying Chivas Brothers does better whiskey than Diageo? No, I'm not saying that. But in this particular case, I prefer the Ballantines. Well, thanks, folks. We'll do it one more taste challenge Tuesday morning because I don't have enough left to do more than one more, and that'll be against Inverhouse. I can get a liter of that for $12, but it's much inferior to Ballantines. It's nowhere close to, it's okay on its own, but compared to Ballantines, it's a joke. All right, thanks everybody. Y'all take care now.